the question. What is your best piece of advice for a youth who is feeling lost and struggling to find their true identity and path in life? Sa Tagalog, ano ang iyong pinakamagandang payo sa isang kabataan na nakakaramdam ng kawalan ng direksyon at nahihirapang mahanap ang kanilang tunay na pagkatao at landas sa buhay? Your 60 seconds starts now.
For those young LGBTQIA+ members who still finding their voice, who are afraid to come out of their cabinet, let me say this. There is nothing wrong for being who you are. Your existence is not a mistake, and your worth as a person does not depend on other people's approval. I am here as a person, and I am here as an adult, and I will be your Latin phrase, lux in tenebris, which means light in the darkness. I will definitely serve as a candle for those LGBT people who's feeling lost in the dark. Magandang gabi.
Your proudest contribution or help to your family that shows your love and responsibility as a child. Sa Tagalog, ano ang iyong ipinagmamalaking kontribusyon o tulong sa iyong pamilya na nagpapakita ng iyong pagmamahal at responsibilidad bilang isang anak? Your 60 seconds starts now.
Before leaving my hometown, I actually had a coffee with my mom, and she says, "Nak, kaya mo yan." Because as a breadwinner in our family, this is the very same question I received in Queen of Recto. I am conquering the 6 provinces in Bicol region, and I traveled all the way from Sorsogon City to Tagatog, Malabon, just to be able to join pageants in order for me to be able to give something for my family. This pageant serves as my bread and butter, and may this inspire all the breadwinners out there to take risks, to always do what you can do to provide for your family. Because as breadwinners, we are the one who are standing in our family, and with that, we serve as a backbone for them. Dahil tayong mga breadwinner, kahit walang matira sa atin para sa ating pamilya, patuloy tayong mangangarap para sa kanila. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Tagalog. Kung ikaw ay isang kapitan ng barangay, anong simpleng proyekto o aktibidad ang nais mong simulan na direktang makakatulong sa mga miyembro ng LGBT sa iyong komunidad? Let me repeat that. Your 60 seconds starts now.
Nais ko pong sagutin ang katanungan na naaayon lamang po sa aking kaalaman at mula po sa aking puso. Hindi na po ako lalayo. Sa Barangay Tugatog, marami pong bakla. Nais ko pong magbigay ng proyekto, hindi proyekto na makakatulong sa kanila. Bagkus, magbibigay po ako ng proyekto like volleyball, dahil marami pong mga baklang volleyballista dito sa Tugatog. Na mailayo, pag nagkaroon tayo ng proyekto na katulad ng volleyball, mailalayo ko po sila sa bisyo. Dahil marami pong mga bakla na naliligaw ng landas, nawawala sa kanilang mga focus sa buhay. Kaya sa simpleng proyekto na makabuo, like volleyball, malalayo ko po sila sa bisyo na tinatahak nila sa kanilang buhay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And here's your question. For you, what is the true definitions of love and commitment? And how do you practice it to keep your own family strong and united? Sa Tagalog, para sa iyo, ano ang tunay na kahulugan ng pagmamahal at katapatan at paano mo ito isinabuhay upang panatilihing matatag at nagkakaisa ang iyong pamilya? Let me repeat. Your 60 seconds starts now.
Good evening, people of Tagatog. I think every one of us has a container, and it is our heart. And it contains a potent medium, which is love. And family is the smallest unit of our community. And I think that there's only one way that I could define love, and that would be sacrifice. Para sa akin, ang pagmamahal ay isang sakripisyo. Standing in front of you is the breadwinner of my family, and I am doing everything to give back for my family and to give back to all the sacrifices that they did for me. Because God's greatest gift to all of the humanity is love. That's why I'm doing everything that I can to share it to every members of my family, from my brother up to my father. At sabi nga ni Miriam Defensor Santiago, kung wala ka nang may sagot sa pinakamahirap na tanong, magmahal ka. Dahil kailanman, hindi naging mali ang magmahal. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Rosa.
Kung papipiliin ka ng isang tao sa iyong buhay na nagsisilbing tunay na ehemplo, sino ito at bakit?
Kung papipiliin po ako ng isang ehemplo, para sa akin po, ito ang aking ina. Dahil siya po ang nagsilang sa aking mundong ibabaw na ito. Siya ang nagluwal at nagbigay ng isip sa akin. Siya ang nagpaguyod at nagpatibay ng aking loob. Lalo na ngayon, sa mga oras na to, sa aking pagtungtong ng entablado, siya ang pinaghuhugutan ko ng lakas ng loob. Siya ang isang ehemplo na aking pinagkukuhanan ng lakas ng loob. Dahil ang aking ina, siya ang haligi, siya ang magiging ilaw sa aking buhay. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
This is from the movie. Later.
Lola, hindi ko ba siya nilito?
Sa sino?
Ang Diyos po.
Nalilito saan?
Pagsabay-sabay po nagdarasal ang mga tao. Tapos, iba-iba pa po ang mga hinihingi natin. Lahat po ba tayo naririnig niya?
Kahit yung hindi nililigtas ng ating bibig at yung mga lihim na dinadain ng ating mga puso, nakatitig na yun. Kunwari, ikaw. Alam ko, paglabas natin dito sa simbahan mamaya, diba? Gusto mo ibili kita ng lobo?
Po, paano niyo po nalaman?
Kasi mahal kita eh.
Okay. So,
Sige.
this is a movie clip coming from the movie
Tanging yaman.
Tanging Yaman. Kala ko mga kwento ni Lola. The question is, the critically acclaimed movie Tanging Yaman illustrates faith as one of life's greatest treasures. And as a trans woman, what have you been praying for recently? Again, that critically acclaimed movie, Tanging Yaman, illustrates faith as one of life's greatest treasures. And as a trans woman, what have you been praying for recently?
Thank you so much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, judges. Tanging Yaman. I know most of those who were born in the 80s or 90s are quite familiar with this movie. Because this movie actually has given us so many lessons in life. And what we have watched earlier is just a very small clip of that movie, Tanging Yaman. But it signifies so many messages towards us. You know, I've always been asking myself too, if God is really listening to our prayers, isn't He confused? Isn't He worried? Because millions of people are praying to God every second. We all have different prayers. Some of us, prayers for ourselves. Many of us, prayers for our families and loved ones. And most of us, prayers for our community and our nation. Now, if I am going to answer that question, I've always had 3 prayers in my life. Those prayers are first for myself, for my family, and for my community. I always pray to God to continuously guide me, continuously protect me, and God continuously give me the strength to step on the stage, give a message, and inspire people. Because not everybody knows I've been doing this for 10 years already. I've been joining trans beauty pageants all over the Philippines for a decade already. Not because I am earning, but because I have used this platform for people to hear me, for people to be inspired, and for me to change and touch other people's lives. And so, I will always pray to God to please guide me and give me more power and more strength. Because God, whether I win or not, I will continue to step on the stage. I already experienced the feeling of victory. I already experienced the feeling of defeat. But I never gave up. Because what I am doing here is not just for myself, but for the people who are listening right now. My next prayer is for my family. A few months ago, my mother was diagnosed of a third stage or stage 3 lung cancer. I've always prayed for my family because if it is not my family who supported me, if it is not my family who strengthens me, I will never be here. So I pray to God to continuously protect my family and continuously guide my family. And you know, lastly, I know that my prayers won't be always for myself and for my family, but for the entire country of the Philippines. I have always been active politically. I have always been a voice of those who are unheard. And seeing the current situation of our country saddens me. Seeing the current situation of our country frustrates my feeling. That is why I always include all of you to my prayers. Because I know that whatever it is that is happening in our country, God is allowing it to happen because this will serve as a challenge for us to surpass, and this will serve as a lesson for us. It saddens me dahil nanggaling po ako sa mahirap na pamilya. Lumaki po ako sa probinsya ng Pangasinan at pinalaki ako ng nanay at tatay kong magsasaka. At nagagalit ako dahil nakikita ko ang ating bansa na pahirap ng pahirap. Nagagalit ako dahil nakikita ko na pinamumunuan tayo ng mga leader na walang ginawa kundi pagnakawan at lokohin tayo. Kaya naman, samahan ninyo ako. Ang dasal na ito ay hindi lang para sa akin. Naniniwala ako na ang Diyos mas pakikinggan tayo kung lahat tayo sabay-sabay, kung lahat tayo taimtim na lalapit sa Kanya at magdarasal. Because our country, the Philippines, does not need corrupt leaders, but our country needs our prayers. Because with prayers, nothing is impossible. And together, if this 120 million Filipinos will pray together, God will hear us and God will do something. Believe me when I say that our strongest weapon towards this problem that we are encountering is not money, is not popularity, is not wealth, but the faith that we have in God. Kaya naman, sa pelikulang Tanging Yaman, ang tunay na yaman ay hindi nasusukat sa pera, kasikatan o pisikal na kaanyuan. Dahil ang tunay at tanging yaman ay ang ating pananampalataya sa Diyos. Kaya naman, naniniwala ko, mga kagalang-galang na hurado, mga mamamayan ng rekto, meron tayong mga kani-kaniyang dasal, meron tayong kani-kaniyang hiling. Bagamat hindi pa ito dinidinig ng Diyos, ngunit naniniwala ko na sa tamang panahon, hanggat hindi tayo bumibitaw, hanggat hindi tayo napapagod na magdasal at manampalataya sa Kanya, tayo'y Kanyang pakikinggan. Lagi lamang natin ipapaalala sa ating sarili na ang ating tanging yaman ay hindi nakikita, ngunit nasa puso natin ang Diyos kasama natin palagi. Marami pong salamat.
This is your question. If you are a SEAL, what advice can you give to a trans nene if she wishes to become a trans woman in the future? Again, if you are a SEAL, What advice can you give to a trans nene if she wishes to become a trans woman in the future? Your 60 seconds starts now.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that as a human being, we start like a seed. And if I will give a message to that trans woman to become, if she wishes to become a trans woman someday, I would encourage him or her to become a strong, independent person. Because I myself experienced different challenges and chaos in life. But here I am, being strong, and that makes me what and who I am today. Thank you.
Short, but thank you, candidate number 9.
Vietnam lang.
Pili ka na ng number mo. Question number 1. This is your question. If you are a shield, how will you protect the trans community from any form of harm? Again, if you are a shield, how will you protect the trans community from any form of harm?
Thank you.
Your timer starts now.
Well, indeed, the LGBTQIA plus community faces a lot of discrimination and harm in everyday lifestyle that we do in this world. But if I will be a shield, I will use my voice. Some people find it funny, some people find it strange, some people find it cute, some says that it sounds dwarf, Mickey Mouse, or whatsoever. But I will use this voice so that I can amplify the voices of the trans community, so that I can actually say to all the people that we deserve respect, not to be discriminated in this way. In just simple manner, I know that we can be or we can have a common understanding, and I can make the trans community in a full safety. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miss Aliyah Bilya. Very nice. Bridge, Miss Billy. How will you connect the trans community to those who are identified as homophobic? Once again, if you were a bridge, how will you connect the trans community to those who are identified as homophobic? Your 60 seconds starts now.
Homophobic people have their reason as to why they hate transgender women. And if I will be a bridge, I will be using education in order for me to connect these people, for them to fully understand what our sexuality means. It is very important that they know where we are coming from, what we are going through, in order for us to get fully accepted. It's because if they are well aware of these challenges that we encounter in our daily life, they will not just feel our struggle, they will understand us and they will accept us. And I hope that if we have people who are homophobic right now, you have seen 26 beautiful ladies. You have seen beautiful, talented contestants. And I hope that seeing that beauty would allow you to give that acceptance to us. Thank you and good evening.
Wow! Just right on time!
Ito sa Ethel Eloxo Dental Clinic San Andres Branch. Kaya kung gusto niyo rin maging best man all the way, visit na po. Katabi lang po siya ng Posh and Coco by Honey.
Oh, di ba? Host/promote.
I picked number 14.
Okay, Yaniel, this is your question. If you were a dream, would you want to look into your future and why? If you were a dream, would you want to look into your future and why? You have 60 seconds to finish your answer, and your timer starts 60 seconds starts now.
You're 54.
You're getting it. Ulit. Take two.
Your 60 seconds starts now.
If I were a dream, I don't want to look into my future, for I believe in the power of my faith, the power of God, because He is the Almighty God and the Supreme Being. All of us here are questioning our present times and thinking about our future. But come to think of it, if we have our faith in God, if we keep God as the center of our being, then all things will come into places. I don't want to see that I will win Miss Recto tonight, but I want to have that faith in God that He will guide me in order for me to get the crown tonight and to be called as the Supreme Being who will give me the guidance, the wisdom to get the crown tonight. Thank you so much.
Manifest. Wow.
Very obvious. I nahirapan.
Yes. How much is that?
3,000 US.
Wow, grabe.
Ganyan pala yung tsura ng 3,000 US.
Nangungutin mo.
Okay, pumili ka na ng number mo.
I pick number 13.
13. Go back. Okay, if you were a mirror, what will you tell a younger you about your life as a trans woman? Again, if you were a mirror, what will you tell a younger you about your life as a trans woman? Your 60 seconds starts now.
Thank you so much.
Bukas pa daw yun.
Your 60 seconds starts now.
Thank you so much for that question. You know, living as a transgender woman, it's very hard. We are being looked as fiasco in our society. However, if I will become a mirror, what one word that I will tell to my younger self is that be proud of what you have become right now. I am facing lots of people who once doubted me, even if it's hard, because of your scrutinizing eyes. I was once reprimanded because of how I look like and what my skin color is. But I get myself vindicated from it because I believe in myself. Like all those people who are doubted themselves, I suggest to believe yourself because self-belief rewrites the narrative of your life, where impossible faith and narrative of possible takes the center stage. Good evening and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Grabe. Kung siya, how are you? Marami siyang sasabihin. Tingnan mo. Try.
How are you?
I am feeling fantastic. Eme. Okay. Pero sa iba yan, chilling ang plastic. You know, because that is one thing that we should always possess when we're on the stage. It is to impress the people. Sa mga taong nanonood, magkakaibigan po talaga sila lahat. Ganito lang po sila mag-ansyahan on stage.
Pick your number.
I would like to choose number 15.
Okay, ML Venus, I will read your question twice. If you were a telephone, who would you want to speak with, and what will you tell or ask that person? If you were a telephone, who would you want to speak with, and what will you tell or ask that person? Your 60 seconds starts now.
Let's go on what is happening in our country right now. If I am a telephone, I would like to have the moment to speak with all of our lawmakers, from the House of Representatives down to the House of the Senate, because this is the high time for them to listen to each and every single Filipino citizen. Matagal na tayong niloloko ng ating gobyerno. Kaya naman, gamitin natin ang ating mga boses upang tayo ay kanilang marinig, tayo ay kanilang maramdaman, at nang makita nila na wala silang ginagawa at lalong naghihirap ang ating bansa. And so, if given a chance, it would be a very little moment to be a telephone, but I would seize that moment and allow me to be heard by these people who should be working for the Philippines. Good evening. Pero,
Ikaw natin ang inaabangan.
Love it.